Hi, and welcome to the Father-Daughter Experience. I'm Cesare.
And I'm Celia.
And today we're going to play a game in the spirit of the holidays. We're going to play a version of a fan favorite, yes or no, but we're going to call it Sleigh or Nay.
Would it be yay or nay?
It would be
originally.
I mean, maybe yay or nay, but we're gonna go Sleigh or Nay.
For sure. For the holidays.
For the holidays. It's for the people.
Well, we don't have a camera today, but what are our magical prompts in this time?
I'm going to describe what this is. It is what one would call a glass mug. It's replaced our gourd of mystery that we've had in the past.
It's true.
Our ceramic pumpkin. It is a glass beer mug. One might call it a Stein. However, it does have some special significance to myself, to me, to I. It is my age group winner mug from the Galveston Marathon 2021, which I ran on 2/21/21. Yes, I am an age group winner in a marathon. Super impressive. I will not tell you how many people ran in that marathon the year that we had a terrible, terrible snowstorm here in Texas. So it's replaced our gourd. And just for today. And it is full of items that are reliable and fantastic.
Holiday related.
And beautiful
items.
Producer has filled with our mug.
Oh.
So why don't you dive into this and we'll go Sleigh or Nay.
Giving socks as a gift. I'm going to go Sleigh. I used to be a little nay girl. But then I got fun socks for a couple years. And I run out of socks like nobody's fucking business. They just disappear on me. They walk out the door. They roll themselves away. So I think it's kind of a Sleigh. Fun socks or honestly normal socks. Everybody needs more of them than they think they do. And I believe that.
I think it's a Sleigh as well. I actually think this starts early on because there are very few things you can give to people when they have newborn babies that you can also give to grown adults.
That's true.
And honestly, babies, little kids, when they're first born, we kind of have a few staples that we give people. Usually there's a blanket. Usually there's a couple of books. And socks are always one of those things that you are just going to lose. Babies pull them off. They throw them away. And I'm right there with you. I think there are so many cool now novelty socks. I believe you got socks for Christmas last year.
I think I've gotten socks for Christmas in some iteration every year of my life.
But didn't you get your Hattie socks last year?
I did get some custom socks from my lovely parents with my adorable baby girl Hattie heart on them.
Killer. All right.
And I get compliments every time I wear them.
They're pretty sweet. So the next one, Sleigh or Nay, the Christmas pickle.
Oh, I think that's a Sleigh.
It's a Sleigh.
It's a German Sleigh for sure.
It is definitely a German Sleigh. We have some great German pickle.
Don't we have one?
We have a couple of pickle ornaments.
I was going to say.
What's really funny is I looked over and I was like, oh, there's a pickle ornament. And it's actually very deceptive. We have a pea pod ornament also on the tree.
There's also a green leaf
There's a green leaf. This is a very, apparently.
It's a very pickle fool's gold item. Pickle-esque.
Pickle-esque. All right,
yes.
you go next.
All right. Let's see what we've got here. Drinking before noon on Christmas Day. Sleigh.
Sleigh.
I love drinking.
You're not going anywhere.
That's so true. Cozy on up. Get some mulled wine. Open your gifts.
Yeah, I think
then go to bed early on Christmas because you're drunk.
I think it's movies. It's staying in. Maybe you never get out of your comfies. You take a shower, but right back.
Even if you're not if you're sober and make yourself a fancy little mocktail, a little cranberry orange mix.
Make yourself a hot cider.
Have a delicious beverage.
As long as you're not allergic to cinnamon, throw a little cinnamon
some of
stick
us
in
are.
there. Well, no, I'm saying
so pour one
out. As long
out.
as you're not, throw in a little cinnamon stick in there.
Have a delicious beverage on Christmas. Makes it even more special.
Curl up with a good movie.
I believe it.
All right, Sleigh or Nay, having more than one Christmas tree. Okay, so
I guess it depends on the size of your home.
This was
my
me.
Apartment. Nay, should only be one.
But you could do. You could do a mini one. You had your mini.
I only have my mini one.
Your mini college one.
Yeah,
it's the same one we gave you when you went to college.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna say Sleigh.
I actually haven't decorated my apartment yet. for Christmas,
you're
which
getting-
is a huge bummer.
You're getting a little tight on the timeline.
It's not going to happen this year. I've decided, but
Well, apparently that's why it's good that we have a double tree situation happening at our house.
well, there was a controversy in the Ties household though over the trees. Would you like to
Well,
elaborate
so my problem
on
is
your tree crisis height? Even
Okay,
though
so
size doesn't matter.
first and foremost, I grew up in a household that was very Christmas centric, very Christmas decoraty. I want to say the tallest tree we ever had was in the house that my parents rented when we lived in Italy. And the house itself probably had 30-foot ceilings in the main foyer, the main like hallway of this old Italian villa that was built in 1490. So 2 years before Columbus did or did not discover America. I will leave you to discuss that amongst yourselves. These were 30-foot ceilings, and I believe the tree was about 25 feet tall. It was so tall that we needed to borrow like a neighbor's ladder in order to put the star on the top to decorate the trees at the top. Only my dad and I were allowed to climb the ladder to get to the top of this tree. And so in that vein, in terms of having good amounts of trees and a lot of decorations, this year I put up our trees and I'm looking at our fake trees. Yes, we have fake trees. We've gone back and forth on real versus fake versus real versus fake.
That's true.
We have a couple of lit trees, pre-lit trees. I have one upstairs, I have one downstairs, and as soon as I put it up every year, I look at it and it's as tall as I am.
Pretty embarrassing.
I'm 6'4". This tree is it says it's 6.5 feet tall, but I'm pretty sure I'm as tall as the tree, and it looks pretty weak.
Yeah,
it
embarrassing,
actually,
and we were all thinking.
it actually ticks me off
So
because
I'm glad you're saying it.
I think
now.
it's like a 12-foot ceiling in the room where the tree is. I finally did get a train. This is a very, very long digression on this question.
I know, my goodness. So the cup is still full to the brim.
We'll have to rapid fire through some here, but now I'm going to get on my Christmas high horse. But
For sure.
I finally got a Christmas train that goes around the bottom of my tree. So super thrilled there.
What is it themed?
It's a Disney train. We got it when we were in Disney World this year. It's not super fancy. It's not like a big, expensive metal Lionel train. That'll come in the future. But I finally got a train to go under my tree. And as soon as I did that, I looked at my tree and it is weak sauce. And I had to stop myself.
Embarrassing.
I had to stop myself from ordering a 9.5-foot tree from Sam's from their app. And the good thing was,
You should have.
I was about to pull the trigger. I waited a day.
You should have.
And the day I waited essentially made it so that I couldn't get the tree because it went from, we'll deliver it by the 15th, which by the way, now I feel like was probably total horse shit and it wouldn't have gotten here because nothing's getting anywhere on time. So
That's true.
if this is a time capsule,
I've got all sorts of shipments held up in imports.
everybody in my office was talking
My
about this,
trading.
been talking about this,
My
that
shipping.
their Christmases are going to be ruined. If you relied on Amazon,
Oh, that's so silly.
if you relied on Amazon, if you relied on FedEx, USPS, you're all getting lumps of coal from Santa because they've screwed up a lot of people's Christmases. So anyway, we have 2 trees. That was the long version of I have 2 trees. They're both too small. I need a new one. I will buy a new one. I will be looking for them to go on sale, and I will buy at minimum a 9-foot tree because I should not be able to see over the top of my tree.
All right. Oh, here's another one. Christmas tree related. Christmas trees that aren't green. Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't actually care either way.
So is that
I suppose it's a sleigh. It's not like a hearty sleigh. It's like a sleigh.
it's an indifferent sleigh. I'm
Yeah.
going to say sleigh. I know where this came from because your mother has a fondness for some of those frosted trees that exist. And so anytime we've gone to a Christmas
Are we
tree
considering
place,
that non-green, even though it's just like white on green?
that's where I was going with it.
I thought it meant like the sparkle tinsel trees that are like pink and blue and
Okay,
white.
if they're
I like
those,
those.
If they're those, I
mean,
still don't have a
think that
problem.
That's like a 2-tree situation.
I think that's a
I feel like if
2-tree.
you just have one tree and it's not green, I'm like, why?
Here's my thing. I feel like
Unless
if
your
I
house has an
see,
aesthetic,
I was just about to say,
which I'll forgive.
I feel like you get one of those trees if you're like, if you're kitschy in your
For sure.
in your 20s. It's like you're living in your apartment tree.
You're only allowed to be kitschy in your 20s. So.
No. But I'm saying like you're not going to. I
time.
don't think there's a lot of people that are like, this is our family Christmas tree. Like they're going to
No,
go more
I'm
traditional.
agreeing with,
I think it's more like that. I'm going for a vibe
Families
here.
are traditional.
I'm going to hang this motherfucker
Embarrassing millennials.
I'm going to hang this motherfucker upside down. It's going to be sparkly and silver.
Sure,
hanging from
everybody
the ceiling.
loves hanging those motherfuckers upside down.
They do. They're weird.
Christmas trees.
So anyway, I'm gonna say Sleigh if it's your thing. I'm not gonna yuck your yum
for
or
sure.
whatever.
Love that.
Okay. So next, Sleigh or nay, a white Christmas.
Well, I have to be honest with you. This year's not really feeling like Christmas. I don't know what it is. I'm seeing the decoration. I'm listening to the music. But I'm like, what the fuck do you mean Christmas is in 3 days, 4 days? Whatever it is. Doesn't matter. It doesn't feel... Not that, like, if it snowed tomorrow, I'm not sure that my attitude would really change. But I'd at least be like, oh, it's winter. I mean, it's like getting cold in Texas for like the brief 2-month cold period that we have.
It's always a weird time of year.
But it's a little weird when I was younger, there was always like snow for Christmas. And I'm not saying it made or it was like a make or break the vibe of Christmas. But I do think that there is like a magic to like a winter wonderland. Do I want to live in a winter wonderland? Absolutely not. I fucking hate the cold outside of the holidays. However, snow for Christmas, I think it's cute. I think it's a sleigh.
So here's
personally.
what I'm gonna. So I think where you're talking about not feeling like Christmas, I think it's also weird because Christmas Eve falls on a Saturday and Christmas is on a Sunday.
It is weird.
Which throws off
Friday
the
and
work.
Monday off.
I also have Friday and Monday off, but
which is also weird.
It also is strange because it feels like I'm still going to work. I'm still working through the end of the week.
Yep, exactly.
Like, the way Thanksgiving is on a Thursday, you feel like, awesome, this is a holiday week.
Thursday, and then Friday I have off, and then the weekend I have as usual.
You give me a long weekend, it's just a long weekend, and somehow Christmas is in like slap in the middle of it. It seems...
It feels like, maybe I'd feel more like, oh, the holiday's coming if like I only had to work Monday through Wednesday, but I think because Thursday's in there, I'm like, what do you mean I have to work till Thursday?
And I've got people that have like checked out, and they're like, hey, I'm going to take Thursday and Thursday
Everybody's
off.
checked out. That's the biggest
Everybody's
joke of the
already
holidays.
checked out.
Everybody's like, well, the year's over, so like, what the fuck are we working on for the end of the year?
Well, I work in education, and people are trying to play this game of like, but who can we talk to this week?
And I was like, no one.
Nobody.
Kids are daydream who we want to talk to.
Kids were out of school a week ago in Texas.
Exactly.
So anyway, I will jump on this and say, I will say like a white Christmas. It's a nay for me. It doesn't need to happen. I've now been far enough away from them, and I will say this. One of what my favorite advertisement now as an adult, when I think about it, we don't really watch a lot of television and see commercials, but one of the best commercials around the holidays is always the Corona Christmas tree.
The snowman that comes in and melts while the little boy is eating soup.
No, that's a terrible commercial. That's a terrible commercial, and it sucks. And I don't know why you like that and brought that up. No,
wow, that's really rude.
The one where you get the Feliz Navidad, it's the Corona, and the people come in from like the outside.
I don't know that one.
I'm explaining it to you. Why don't you listen? I listened to your soup one.
Well, we all know that one. So
everybody that is listening to this that is older than you knows which commercial I'm talking about.
Tribe off in the comments. Olds.
Arneson.
Y'all know this?
So anyway, they turn on their Christmas lights and it lights up. They basically wrap the palm tree outside their house. And to me, that's a vibe. I'm cool with Christmas lights signifying Christmas, not necessarily that there's snow on the ground. I will say, had a conversation earlier, and our good friends in the north are expecting a blizzard over the next few days where they're going to get pounded with snow. That doesn't make it feel like Christmas to me. It makes it feel like an inconvenience. So you go again.
For sure. Oh, I grabbed 2.
Let's just double up. We'll go rapid fire on 2.
Okay.
No explanations.
Heavy airbrushed Heavy airbrushing on holiday photos and the song Christmas Shoes.
Okay, nay on the airbrushing. Just cut it out.
You know, everybody knows you don't look like that. So.
Everybody knows you don't look like that.
Kind of gross, kind of embarrassing. And you're gonna have to airbrush your children.
And you're gonna look uncanny valley. And if you don't know what that is, now you
like
just got something
10
to
years
Google.
from now, you're gonna look back and be like, "The fuck was I doing? I don't look like that weird little alien prepubescent baby."
Yeah, I look like somebody sandblasted. So that we said rapid fire. So nay on that stuff.
Yeah,
what's
that's
the second one?
No, the Christmas shoes, Sleigh.
Your mother's starting shit over here.
Well, I don't get
It's not a bad
what the hell your
song.
problem is.
It's just it's a sad
It's a good
song.
song. Okay, wait. We will have to take a quick tangent. Here's the thing. Christmas is fucking sad outside of religion. Listen to Christmas songs. They're all like, I can't believe I didn't get what I wanted for Christmas. I can't believe my boyfriend left me for Christmas. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. You shat all over it and
Santa,
you fucked me up
Santa,
forever.
you bitch.
Santa, you bitch. Santa stole my girlfriend. Rudolph gets mercilessly bullied until everyone needs him, but we're not really sure his life improved that much afterwards. The Nightmare Before Christmas, fucking depressing. Miracle on what, 34th Street? 31st Street, doesn't matter. That one, sad. Christmas shoes, sad.
Have you seen Miracle on 34th Street?
No.
I was not going to let you get away with that because you're like, Miracle on 34th Street. I'm going to just list off other stuff, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure you don't know the storyline. I was pretty right about the other ones.
Anyway, that's my greatest 2022 revelation is that I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Christmas is sad. Like, not like. The idea of Christmas is like being with everybody you love. But like some of the best Christmas songs are like, what if you were away from your family and you felt lonely and everybody you loved wasn't anywhere near you and all you have to comfort you is the thoughts of like Christmas is past and that maybe someday you'll all be together again in the kingdom of God.
And you're just sitting there all by yourself eating soup.
Even as a snowman.
As a snowman.
But even like the Nutcracker is sad. She goes through all that shit and then they're like, you can't stay here, Clara.
That's also not true.
Well, maybe the ballet, but in the Barbie movie.
version, the Barbie version of the Nutcracker?
And in the spooky animated one from like the 1980s where she's like, no, Nutcracker, I can't stay here forever and live off of lemonade and gumdrops. And then all the dolls return to being dolls, including the Nutcracker. And then the Rat King tries to kill her.
I love that you know the plot of some random cartoon version of the Nutcracker, but you're like, Miracle on 34th Street? I don't know. Some old white guy did some stuff and it was bad. His brother does drown at the beginning of that movie, though.
See? Sad. So I wasn't wrong.
Every time a bell rings. All right, so much for rapid fire.
Okay.
Slay or nay on the next one.
2 for 1.
Kind of did.
Sure.
Slay or nay, having a wedding over on a holiday weekend. I think it's over a holiday weekend is supposed to be what's on here. So anyway.
I can't believe it would be so grammatically correct to our producer.
No, I'm just reading it the way it's written.
It's a nay for me.
Yeah, it's a nay for me
too. I don't want
to
spend the fucking holiday at your wedding. It's probably going to be shit.
Yeah, I just maybe you're thinking
that's rude. Pick any other weekend. There are so many boring weekends at the start of the year. Get married at the start of the year. You want to throw a fucking rager? Everybody wants to go party February, March. Okay? Leave April alone because it's my birthday.
Well, see, even February and March, though, I think
Summer,
you're running...
yawn, hate. Early fall, slay.
Well, so
October,
February and
slay.
March, you're going to run into anywhere you go that's nice. You're going to have spring breakers. So that's going to potentially screw you up. See,
not in February.
Now, the good time to get married is like, I don't know, mid-May.
January.
No, mid-May is like pretty much perfect. Like the weather's
Speaking
nice.
Speaking from experience, my guy.
I mean, I've got a 20-year string on this son of a bitch right here that says getting married in the middle of May
son of a bitch
has a pretty good chance of working out
for sure.
So you go ahead. I'm now far away from the cup of destiny.
Holiday inflatables in your yard. Slay, yeah.
Slay all day.
I'm agree.
My problem is and I'm
jack off snowman.
Well, I mean the jack
off jazz snowman.
The jack off jazz sax, this sexy sax snowman in one of our friends' neighborhoods,
more
has
like
a
Sir
very
Jacks a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's close.
Jax.
Yeah, there you go, Jax man. Your snow Jax man. I say yes. I like the people that decide they're going to go full bore. We have a neighborhood we drive through, and lots of people on the street go full on. They have a bunch of inflatables. The guy on that street that obviously does it just a little bit, like turns it up to 11 if we're going for the Spinal Tap reference, is the guy with the dinosaur that he has in his yard. He has a T-Rex skeleton that he decorates. He or she, I actually don't know if it's a he or she, they, the people that live there, decorate this on every holiday. And during the Christmas, they give him a scarf, they give him a Santa hat. This neighborhood kicks ass. I will say, this is the horseshit part around here. Routinely, you see on things like Nextdoor, the app, that people around where we live steal people's ornaments. They steal their inflatables. Someone's like, someone stole our 8-foot.
Someone shot in my lawn and stole my 8-foot Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, my tomta. And I said, we have a really cool
tomta.
one. Yeah, my tomta, my little.
Oh, yeah, everybody's
my little gnome.
tomtas over here.
Do you even know what that is?
Nope, I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, it's the little gnome. You've been to that house. You've been to the little German house with the little gnomes in it, and they're all called tomta.
Tomta?
Oh, sorry, the Swedish Institute, not the German one. Every room had a hidden tomta. No,
Yeah,
I'm saying the Swedish. Sorry, thank you for the clarification.
Oh, the place I went twice in my whole tenure in Minnesota.
I'm pretty sure we went 4 times.
You guys maybe, not me. I literally
Sorry
remember
that you
one
remember
of them.
nothing good from your youth that we take you to do.
That's not true. I remember lots of good things.
Well,
but not Miracle on 34th Street.
anyway, we have a neighbor that has a sweet one that your mother loves
A
so much,
tomta?
and she is very, yes, it is. It's a tomta.
Where?
Right on the corner. You'll see it when you leave. You
Okay.
can't miss it. He's
I'll
got
take
like
a
a
look.
candy cane striped
I
hat.
haven't seen him yet.
Your mother's very protective. She's worried something's going to happen to it. She's like, they need to bring that in at the end of the night. Something's going to happen to
I'm
it.
going to steal him for you.
No, your mother doesn't want it stolen. I think people should booby trap these things. I think it should be like a Home Alone type of thing. Like you try and take down my gnome and you're not
Here's
prepared.
some scalding hot sugar on your back.
I want like skunk
Bitch.
spray. I want people to get like,
Bear trap.
bear trap, dog shocker, like that electric fence shock.
Gun.
I mean, you could shoot people. This is Texas.
Oh, it's your turn.
Oh, I will grab another one then. So, Sleigh or nay, Secret Santa.
Nay. Sleigh. Actually, I take it back. I like Secret Santa. I hate White Elephant.
Yeah, I'll say Sleigh to Secret Santa because if everybody...
As long as I get to fill out a little piece of paper with things I like, so they at least have guidelines.
I think that's a good idea. I think it's usually good to give people... I don't like it when people have like 15 things on their list that they don't like. They're like, I don't like coffee.
Yeah, it should be
and I
simple.
don't like
Here's
this,
3
and
things I
don't
like.
that.
Here's 3 things I don't.
Like,
Go off
don't
that.
get me anything with cinnamon. I'm allergic to it.
Right. I'm
But yeah, no,
allergic.
Secret Santa
I
used to
won't
be...
use this.
When I worked in an office, Secret Santa used to be fun because it
Yeah.
was just like you got to get somebody something and you wanted to see that they liked it.
I wish more friend groups would do that too, because then it takes the pressure off you to get shit for everyone, and then it
Yes.
can just be like everyone will get a gift, but as long as everybody's committed. Because I've been involved in multiple Secret Santas where I don't get a gift at the end of the time,
Yeah.
and then my person's like, "Oh, sorry, I forgot," and I'm like, "Well, that's real shit, isn't it?"
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Thanks. So
I'll just take what you got for a gift.
yeah, exactly.
You stupid fucker.
Stupid fucker. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
This one's definitely not made for children.
Yeah,
You're too
don't
bad
listen
it's
to this
Mary
with
Jane.
your kids around.
Go into the mall to shop. Sleigh. I mean, malls are dead, but I love malls. I love the mall. I love malls. I love walking around. I love touching things. I love looking at stuff. I love going in places. I love going out of places.
No,
The
see,
touching is really the important part.
So
I'm
I
putting
used
my
to-
grubby little fingies on it.
I spent so much time in malls in my youth days working around the holidays.
Yeah, me
that
too.
that well, no, you worked some. I mean, I worked
Oh my god.
a decade or more
That's, okay. well,
working in a mall,
my
hours and
parents loved
hours,
me.
all nights long. Yeah, you didn't have to do that. I did it for you. Anyway, I think I'm going to go like old guy nostalgia. I felt like going shopping at the mall 15 years ago was different. Like like, things were actually on sale.
Yes.
Things were actually on
And there
sale.
were real
Stores-
coupons and stuff.
Stores were actually full of merchandise. So when you went in, you had options. And now it feels like, whether we're going to blame COVID still, because now I feel like COVID's the scapegoat for everything, stores are half empty. You can't find anything. Like, nobody wants to help
Okay, wait.
you.
I love you. You're not right.
No,
I think I've been to malls more recently than you, both for work shoots and in general. You're wrong.
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
You're
no.
wrong.
No.
They're dead, and stores are understaffed. But I think that most stores still have the same amount of merchandise as they previously did.
I I'm going to disagree.
No,
I will disagree.
Really, we
That's
just were
fine.
at the Domain. Several of those stores are stocked full to the brim. Every store we went into, we went to the.
But that's not really a mall. You're talking
Yes,
about like
it is.
That's like a boutique shopping center.
No, it's not. It's like a mall. It's literally an outdoor mall.
Okay. Agree to disagree.
Okay, well, you're wrong, but
that's fine. Agree to disagree. You did shopping in the malls, yeah?
Okay, go ahead.
My next. Okay.
Rapid fire.
Watching football on Christmas Day.
Nay, yawn.
I'm going to say
Spend
nay.
time with your fucking family.
Yeah, nay.
Football's not that interesting. All right, eggnog without rum.
Yay.
Honestly, I don't
Sleigh.
like eggnog or rum. Well, I like rum a lot. I don't like eggnog that much. So it's a nay, but like just more on the principle that I don't really enjoy eggnog that much.
I can do it in small doses, so I drink it in like our little beer sampler shot glass.
In
That's
theory,
how
I would
take
enjoy it, I think, but in practice, I don't.
I actually got a recipe from my mother that I'm supposed to try and make again. And it has literally just raw egg in it.
Yeah, of course.
Like just like straight
It's
up raw
eggnog.
eggs. I know, but I guess I wasn't thinking like it's just like, oh, put these raw egg yolks in here and then add in the whites later. It's just like this seems like a really bad idea.
Okay.
And booze.
All right. That was me.
Well, that was you, eggnog?
Yep.
All right.
Let's do rapid fire the next three.
Taking your Christmas tree down before January 1st. Nay, fuck that.
Yeah, nay. You might as well for the effort keep it up. I
Yeah,
agree.
it looks nice.
Opening presents on Christmas Eve. Sleigh. But we do one.
Sleigh.
We do one gift.
We do one. Everybody gets to pick one to kind of
Not
kick it
usually
off.
everybody. Usually just me.
Well, guess who's spoiled?
I think, yeah.
That's rapid
I
fire.
love the
rapid
magic
fire.
of Christmas.
Advent calendars.
Oh, sleigh.
Sleigh.
Fuck. I didn't. Fuck. Oh my God, that makes me so mad.
That you
We're
didn't have
way
one?
Yeah, fuck.
I'm
telling you, this Christmas, like this December, maybe it's because like my fourth quarter of the year was so much busier than it usually is.
Sure, it's like a blur.
Yeah, I feel like December
didn't have
1st.
time.
Yeah, no, I didn't have time.
We went on vacation. We went on vacation at the
then
beginning.
I went on vacation again.
Then it was
Without you, I went to
Thanksgiving.
Vegas.
Right. Then it was Thanksgiving.
Then it was Thanksgiving. Oh, it was Halloween. Then it was Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's just been.
It was crazy, crazy, crazy with work for me.
My thing is, I
And now
love
it's like,
advent
it's just
calendars.
Advent calendars are so fun.
I feel like
Whether
actually.
it's just chocolate or it's like little knickknacks.
Well,
and
we've talked
shit.
about this, like some of the people on TikTok that do those, like the cool ones.
Oh yeah, honestly, those have been really fun because I'm like, oh shit, like for next year, I'm gonna look at like this specific brands,
Right.
like look really fun.
There are these Disney pins. There are these makeup
Oh,
pieces.
yeah, or, like-
there are these like little Funko Pops.
I like the people who buy like the luxury ones from like the luxury brands and then open them because I'm like, oh, this is ones like some of them are really cool and actually like have lots of stuff in them that's
Right.
like valuable.
Sure.
And then some of them are like, here's a bunch of like sample sizes that you could just go to the mall and get, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
useless.
No, that could be fun. Okay, this is a big one. Wow. Okay. Receiving pre-printed Christmas cards with no handwritten note or signature. So I'm
Oh.
going to assume that this was just like we wrote our story, we didn't customize it at all, and even the signature is printed. I'm going to say that's a nay.
Oh, it's a big nay for me. Even signing like the pre-made ones without like at least like a little like note. If you're giving them to friends and stuff, I'm just like,
Do you have
who
that many
cares?
friends?
Well, what I was
You're
just about to
sending
say.
your card to that many people?
Well, one, yes, but two of my closest friends in Austin, Chelsea and Connor. Connor designs a new Christmas card every year
Sure.
that he like creates and then like prints. So they make like their Christmas card. And so even if they like Chelsea and Connor always write like a short little message that's just like, oh, like love you so much, like happy, like Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And it's always like very cute. But like that's like, oh my, well, that's like definitely above and beyond. So that's why I think like I'm more nay on like, to me, if it's like pictures and stuff of you, like I like those ones, those are cute, whatever, if you mass send me that. However, if it's like you went to Target and you bought like holiday card pack 1 and then you just bulk send those, don't bother. Leave me off the list.
Nah, bro.
Nah, bro. Okay. Elf on the Shelf. Okay. Fuck Elf on the Shelf. Let me fucking tell you why. TikTok has fucking ruined it for me.
Because of everybody's horse shit?
Oh
Or
my
what they're
fucking
pretending
God.
they're doing?
The other day I saw a TikTok, and I'm about to go off on this one real quick. I saw TikTok where it was like these parents were showing how they tucked their elf into like the mixer on a mixing bowl, and all the comments are like, kids, if you see this, sometimes the elves just need help. Your elves are magic. Their elves are magic. You're not supposed to touch the elves, you stupid adults. And I'm like, okay. Oh my God.
Okay, so I saw one that
Stop it.
pissed me off. That was, again, it's with like the stupid dad trope. It's like, when you let your husband stage the elf. And basically it's like you had your fucking super hot halogen bulb lamp that's hanging from your ceiling, and like the whole elf's entire face is like melted off with a hole, and it's like,
Well, that's objectively funny.
well, yeah, but it would be funny if that really happened, but like now I just don't believe anything that's on there.
That's the other thing too with the internet is it's like
It's everything
oh my
staged,
God.
everything's staged bullshit, and then it's just
Also,
like, my
if your
husband's
kid
real
is-
stupid.
If your kid is on TikTok and can see you as parents setting up the elf on the shelf, then they're probably fucking old enough to Google, is elf on the shelf real? And then they'll just find their answer that way. Like,
That's
I'm
the
sorry.
thing. I think
it's so
magic.
stupid.
I think magic only goes as far as about like 5 years old. Like I think it used to be.
Hard
it used to be-
disagree, but you have to adapt what the magic looks like.
I'm saying because of the way things have changed. Because
Oh,
like
for
now,
sure. Now I'm sure it's much harder to keep the
that's what I'm
farce
saying.
up of
No,
any
this
of
is
it.
what I'm saying. When
sorry,
you were
I'm sorry.
younger, when you were
Yes.
younger, I feel like it was like in the 80s, like kids were
It was
dumb and
a-
believed in Santa until they were like 10 or 11. And if they had an older sibling, the sibling had to like keep the lie going.
Sure.
And then
Yes.
now more and more it seems like, oh, this kid's just going to pick up an iPad and somebody's going to be like, the elf on the shelf isn't real. And then they do the other shit where it's like, the elf on the shelf is having sex with Barbie. Ha 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 ha. It's like,
yeah, it goes from like sweet to vulgar, and I just don't care. It was maybe cute originally when it's like, oh, I love like the idea of like a little magic elf like moving around your house magically, like that's cute. And now I'm like, just burn it. I
No.
don't care.
burn it with fire. This one is pets as a holiday gift.
No,
I'm assuming this.
Nay.
I'm assuming this means
it's
you
selfish.
give somebody.
It's selfish unless you planned it and you just like are. Oh, it's in a box because we knew we were adopting it. Fuck you. If you give somebody a pet without them knowing,
I mean,
and it's not like your family has decided to get an animal. I just feel like that's the recipe
we
for
didn't. There's
for
too
a
much.
pet getting sent home.
I think there's too much. I think
To
if
a
you,
shelter,
I think
rather,
if
not
you
home.
give somebody else a pet, it's
Okay, so many of my friends
hold on.
are in relationships and who have adopted a pet together on a holiday, and I'm like, oh my God, no.
don't. adopt
Why'd
a
you
pet.
do
If you're
that?
not married, don't get a pet
Yes.
together and
Oh my
pretend
God, I
that's going to be
agree.
a thing.
Oh my God.
Because look,
Better
people,
be one of yours pets until you get married, then it's both of yours pets.
and then when you get
'Cause if you
divorced
guys-
3 years later
exactly,
because
then
you weren't
know,
a fit,
then
then
you
you
know
take your
whose
dog
pet
still.
it was. Correct.
Yeah. I say
All
you
of
can
this,
do it.
but no, the animals attack. No, fucker. Which one
we're
does
not
it
sharing
belong
custody.
to? Which one does it fucking belong to?
The next thing you know, your crazy cousin is chasing somebody down the highway and running them off the road and trying to murder them because they took his dog away.
That's what I'm saying.
And you go to prison again. Spoiler alert.
It's me. No, it's me. It's me.
It is you. It is you. Go. It is you. It is you.
A Charlie Brown Christmas special.
I mean, this
it's a
goes
nay
with
for
your.
me. I
This,
think it's the dumbest story.
this goes with
It's
your
so
theme.
boring.
This goes with your theme that like that's just a sad thing.
It's sad. I'm telling you. Christmas is depressing, and
I will
everybody needs
say-
to wake up, America.
I will say, however, the Vince Guaraldi trio and the music from the Peanuts Christmas pretty much all
Penis
bangers.
Christmas.
The Penis Christmas, all bangers.
No, not all of
Oops.
them.
Oops, all bangers, except for the one where the kids are singing.
Christmas
time is here. It's just like that song just sucks. The rest of them, the piano music's pretty beautiful. Your mother hates it and it drives her crazy when I listen to it. Your mother says no bangers. Let's see. Taking your pet to take pictures with Santa. I'm gonna say Sleigh because I think
no.
I think this is funny. I think this is funny, and I do think there are certain places where like the Santa like knows people are fucking weird and want to have like their dog's picture taken with Santa or their cat wearing like a Christmas sweater. They're gonna bring their cat to go sit with Santa. Like I think if you're that crazy, this is kind of like the Boba Manifesto. Like my comedy is, I find myself to be very popular among women who own lizards. I feel like women who own lizards are probably just, close cousins to the person that brings their dog wearing like a Christmas bow to go sit with Santa at the mall. So Sleigh with your fucking crazy ass.
Sure, Sleigh. With your fucking crazy ass. Playing board games with your family. Sleigh. I love board games. Classic board games, though. I've been getting into fights with my friends lately because they all want to play games that take 18 hours to play. And I'm like, can't we just play Clue? And they're like, And I'm like, okay.
We have games that we have tried to play. Like we got you whatever that dinosaur game is, thinking this is cool. This is a modern game.
I love you that I bought that game.
Well, fine.
For the family.
Fine.
And we tried to play it once.
You bought that game and it took us like 4 hours to set it up. And by the time we set up, we were all so tired. We went to bed and never I'm like, I don't know how I'm supposed to get Amber to put into the science lab to then go to the fence building community.
I know.
And I'm like, I don't even know how to win this game. I feel like the only winner is the person who we paid $40.
One of my friends, in an attempt to try to convince me that I would love the game if I could figure out how to set it up, sent me a 25-minute long setup video for it. And I just wrote back to him and was like, fuck you.
We tried watching this.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking? It's 25 minutes. And then I sent him a screenshot of like the breakdown of setup. I was like, that's too many steps. That should be the length. It should take me 25 minutes to play the game.
Do you know how
an hour to play the game?
Do you know how long it takes to play Clue?
Clue is fun.
The best version of Clue is if you can actually max it out and have like one player for every like
person.
Character.
I agree.
Because then you only have like 3 cards in your hand to start. So it takes a while. And
it's
then
so funny. I was
people
talking to my friends and they were like, there's no strategy to Clue. And I was like, then you're stupid. Yeah. And you're not paying attention.
You're not paying attention to what other people are writing down and what other people are doing.
What are they asking about? What are they doing? I was like,
who's
I was like, blah, yeah, obviously then we should play together because you're not going to be my fucking competition, obviously, because you're stupid.
Because I'm looking at my cards and I'm looking at what you just showed them.
I'm looking at what other people are scribbling down in what fucking area, because unless you're hiding your card, that's free game, bitch. Not my fault if you're stupid and putting it out there.
I always have like
fair fucking game.
I always have like the dungeon master like hide
the card
everything.
fell on the ground. I'm looking at it.
Where did you put you put a big round circle on the revolver?
Oh, done.
Dumbass.
Stupid.
No.
I'll never get over.
I grew up in a cutthroat
family.
There was
a time you and I played it together, and you had one thing wrong, and I was so fucking excited because you beat me to the accusation, and you were wrong, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited.
I don't remember this, but I'm not going to doubt you.
I do. It was last year when we played as a family.
You have a ridiculous.
I was so
memory.
excited.
I remember that I won.
It is hard when you just have like the 3 of us, though,
because it goes too fast. Because you have like half the cards.
Well, it goes too fast, but then if you're not asking the right things, like what happened last time was I had a weapon and the weapon you guessed was the weapon I had, but you had never asked me to see it.
Sure.
And you had assumed that the thing that I had was what was in there because you hadn't. I had always showed you the room. You would always perfectly ask me for stuff that wasn't.
Yeah, but that goes back to what you were saying with your dumb friends, not thinking it's a good game. You're just like,
it's why unless
I literally have to show somebody,
I always pick one card.
I'm going to show you the ballroom.
Usually a weapon that I don't show anybody.
I'm going to show you the ballroom.
I need to keep this vague.
Nope, you're never going to see the candlestick.
You're never going to see it.
I'm going to show you all the rooms.
Because to me,
ballroom, here you go.
People in the room, easiest to figure out. Weapon, hardest if people are hiding them. Anyway, if you're listening in, this is some strategy talk for you if you want to beat your friends at Clue.
Yeah, next episode is just going to be a deep dive into how to win at Clue.
My final note before we go to you for our final, and then we'll go back to me for our last one, is that I have a friend in one of my friend groups who is always like, we're not allowed to play Clue in this friend group anymore because I always win. And I'm like, and then you met me, bitch. I'd love to play. Because here's the thing. Everyone's like, well, then when you lose, it'll be embarrassing. And I was like, no, it won't. Because I'm not going to lose. I'm not going to fucking lose. I only threw down this gauntlet because I know I'm smarter than you guys and I'm going to fucking win. Sorry. I don't know how many of those friends listen to this podcast. Probably not that many of them.
I don't know why you got like my confidence gene, but then you got into like this aggressive maniac gene where like you're like in everybody's face about it. Because like I quietly just kick everybody's ass with this stuff.
No. Let me tell you why. It's because I'm friends with a lot of people with big personalities. So they're always like, oh, Celia, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's going to be so funny when I kick your fucking ass. So especially if you're a man.
It's what's actually kind of funny about this. You're gonna do our last one here, but this was.
Did you go? You had one in your hand.
Oh,
I have the last one.
Did I not say the one?
You sure didn't.
Oh no! I folded it up and I tossed it while you were talking. Okay, so before we go to mine and then yours.
No, No, I already put the final thought out there.
We went to no. Well, we were talking about you're talking about like winning at things, and we went to a Christmas cocktail bar the other night, and while we were there, they had a sign on the bar that said, "Ask us how you can win a free cookie." And I asked, "Well, how do I win a free cookie?" Because I don't care what it is. I just like to win stuff, and I'm just like. And here's my other mini rant. I hate games of chance. I hate shit where you play a game and
I agree.
And
I agree.
And if it's a competition,
I'm gonna lose. I have terrible luck with that shit.
If it's a competition, I want to have control of beating everybody. When you just are like, "Hey, pick a card."
If I lose because it's my own fault or whatever, then I can be like, "All right, I lost fair and square." If it's a game of chance kind of shit, I'm like, "Well, get fucked. I didn't lose because I'm not good."
Yeah, the rest of you are lucky that I didn't get through the stupid round. Not that happened recently, but
for sure.
whatever.
I don't know what you're talking about at all.
So we went to this holiday bar. They said, "You can win a cookie." And I go, "How can I win a cookie?" I'm the only person out of like 25 people that were in this bar that asked, "How do I win a cookie?"
Group.
It was a boring group of people. We also went at like 3:30. Like maybe it would have been a lot more fun if we went at like to 10:30 on a Friday.
Whoa, 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 on a Sunday.
So the way you win a cookie, turns out you don't win a cookie. They give you a cookie, you put it on your forehead, and you have to get it.
This is the longest story ever.
Well, because you keep singing. You had to get the cookie into your mouth without using your hands. So you had to wiggle your face, get the cookie into your mouth. Long story short, I fucking did it.
Competing against anybody though.
No. But here's the thing. This goes back to what you said, which is when I said, "How do I win this cookie?" They say, "Well, we give it to you, and this is what you have to do." And I was like, "Oh, piece of cake. I can do that." The two girls at the bar and the hostess all said, "Well, it's going to be real embarrassing for you when you don't do it." And I was like, "Well, that's just not going to
like, get fucked, bitch."
I was like, well, I wouldn't call anybody bitches. I would tell them like they're fucking wrong because I'm going to do this.
Sure.
And then in your mother's words, not only did you do it, you did it really fast.
That's true. I took a video of it. Fit in a single
and I was the only
video.
person who has done it in the 3 weeks that they've been open. And I got a free shot.
Okay, so Sleigh.
Anyway, mine is Sleigh or nay, having a cookie exchange.
Ugh, no, thank you.
I say Sleigh, but I don't think anyone gets really excited.
I can't bake, and I don't care about it that much.
It could be fun.
I don't need that many cookies.
I'd
rather just go to an Italian bakery and buy a bunch of delicious.
I don't know enough people
cookies.
that also enjoy baking and would want to make cookies, and then you'd have to kind of determine who's going to bring what.
That's so true. Wearing matching Christmas pajamas, sleigh or nay.
Do you want to do that again?
Yeah. Okay. Ready?
Go ahead. Do it again because I stepped on you there.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for acknowledging that. Hang on. me.
Clear it out. Clear it out.
I'm wearing matching Christmas pajamas, sleigh or nay. Sleigh or nay.
I mean,
did you like that? I'm a really good singer, and everybody says that about me.
One, I'm glad that was the last one we pulled out of here because that's actually pretty perfect, and we didn't even do that on purpose.
That's such a sleigh.
It's
we do it.
It's usually. A sleigh.
We usually have some ties, family matchy, stuffy.
It's just fun to do.
It's so true.
It's fun. It's cute. And I
agree completely.
And I feel like
wholeheartedly.
There's only 3 of us, and it
being.
feels fun and a nice tradition, and I like doing it. And I think the bigger your family is, the more you can pull that off. The more kick-ass it is.
I agree.
Make everybody wear all the same matching shit.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in to perhaps one of our most unhinged episodes of this podcast yet.
And long,
but really good. You know us. We love to run our mouths. Thanks for listening in every week as we do so. It lets us be excited about continuing to do so in the new year. But I mean, we'll see you next week before the new year, and we'll talk about resolutions.
That might be the drinking episode.
Bullshit like that. Oh, Sleigh.
We
take some shots.
We should just do a drinking episode.
I really like that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening in. We were actually dead sober this whole time. Not that you could tell based off the way we were talking.
But if you know us, you know us.
You know us. So, as always, you know where to find us at father-daughter-exp on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter, but we don't use it. And Facebook, maybe sometime. And wherever you listen to your podcast, Send us a like, send us a follow, send us a share. That's the greatest Christmas gift you could give us.
Tell them about the YouTube and that they can see video most of the time.
Most of the time, not today.
Not today.
All right, love you guys so much.
Love
Merry
you.
Christmas
Merry
and
Christmas.
happy holidays.
Bye.